Alright everyone, much ado about nothing, playing a modern league with the upgraded version of the mono white Emeria deck we played on Budget Magic a while ago. So if you're not familiar with leagues, in a league you play 5 matches, can't change your deck, and you need to go 3 and 2 to break even. It costs $8 or $8 worth of event tickets or play points. And if you go 4 and 1 or 5 and 0, you come out ahead. If you go 2 and 3 or below, you come out behind. Interesting. Well, I like this matchup if we get our lands. Alright. Usually control for this deck is a really good matchup, because we have a lot of inevitability they can't deal with, in the form of Emeria mostly. But we need a land here. Our one prairie stream coming back to bite us. That's disappointing. That was not the time we wanted to draw prairie stream. I think we'll just get Hollowed Fountain for now. See if they have the counter parade. Court Husser resolves. That's good news. Definitely taking a plains here. Don't want to keep missing land drops. Yeah, so I like our chances in this matchup. We have the Ghost Quarters to deal with Colonnade, which is their main win condition. We have some incidental life gain in Lone Missionary to avoid the burn strategy. And generally, it just works out pretty well. So now what do we want to do? We have a land. They could have Cryptic. It is possible. Alright, let's just go plains into another Court Husser. It resolves. So apparently our opponent either doesn't have any counters or they're just not willing to use them. Well, I think we're taking another land. That's what this deck wants to do, basically, is hit its land drops all the way up to turning on Emeria, and then it can really go to town. So this is probably a Resto, Blinking Wall of Omens. Yep. So it draws our opponent a card. That's acceptable. So this might be the Geist of St. Traff version, actually. Kinda looks like, which I still think is a fine matchup. Path is good. So now I think we go with... I think we just go with Pilgrim's Eye. Gets remanded. Alright. We'll play this Hallowed Fountain untapped. Attack with both our Hussers. Opponent's going to bolt one of them. Alright, that's fine. So they can bolt and block. Blocks with the wall. We might end up pathing this Resto. We don't want to get too low on life. I think it's worth trying. Giving them a land isn't the end of the world. If they counter it, that's fine. They go with Leak. Alright. So we're going to drop to 11. How many counters does our opponent have? Ooh, we drew the land. Man, we would love to slam Sun Titan, but that seems risky. I think we go with... Let's go with Pilgrim's Eye. Resolves. We'll search out another plains. And then I guess we just go for a Flicker Wisp. Which resolves, and now this time we'll blink Court Husser. It's not going to attack through that wall anyway. electrolyzes both of our flyers. Well, that's sort of bad. Alright. Well, we are actually getting a little low on life, which is bad. Let's see what we find with our Court Hussar. Guess we just take the planes. Haven't been able to find a lone missionary, which isn't great. And, alright, our opponent has Kiki Jiki. Alright, I did not realize that is what was happening. So, against this deck. So this is blue, white, red, Kiki control, I guess. Got some good options here. Actually, I don't know if we want Core Firewalker. Dispels are good. Ether Spellbomb. We can cut an Ether Spellbomb. Well, actually, let's cut a Detention Sphere. We might want one to get a Keranos. Ojitai's Command is fine. We can leave in the verdicts. I want the Ghostly Prisons. Go down to Mortipod. I guess we can go down a Supreme Verdict. And gotta make one more cut. I guess it's just Wall of Omens. So bring in the Dispels. Oh god. I don't know if we can keep that. I mean, we've got 3 paths, but a hand doesn't do anything. Alright, this is more reasonable. Do we even want to keep this? I think we can put it to the bottom. Lead on Flooded Strand, pass the turn. Tap Steam Vents for our opponent. Alright, we're going to search out a Hollowed Fountain. Actually, let's just get the Prairie Stream. That's good enough. We draw a Flooded Strand anyway. Alright, we're going to go with Lone Missionary. Gain a little bit of life. Gives us a threat, sort of, even though it'll probably just die. Ooh, now we get 2 Resolve Ghostly Prison, which is sweet. See if our opponent bolts our Lone Missionary. No. Alright, so we'll just go Ghost Quarter into Ghostly Prison. Shuts down the Kiki kill. They're going to bolt our Lone Missionary now? No. Changes their mind. So now we just want to draw our grindy card advantage creatures. Not exactly a plains, but... Alright, get in there with Lone Missionary. Opponent's still thinking about bolting it. Still not sure if that's the right thing to do. Lets it go. Guess we'll play Plains and Mortipod. Just draw out a counter? No. Ship the turn, leave up our negate. So our opponent's down to 15. And we kind of got their combo on lock, so that's encouraging. Another Colonnade. Court Hussar. Alright, let's get in with Lone Missionary. Opponent goes with Electrolyze. Well, we will shoot down. Well, shoot our opponent. We lose our Lone Missionary. Do we need to crack this for a Flooded Strand right now? I guess it might be a good idea. Crack this for a Flooded Strand, untapped. Play our Court Hussar. What do we find? Well, we only have 4 lands at the moment. Do we want the Emeria or probably the Court Hussar's better, I think. I don't think we need the Emeria yet. So we'll take the Court Hussar and just pass. Keep leaving up the negate. Glacial Fortress for our opponent. And a Relic. Alright. Relic does shut down Emeria, but they might have to crack it before that. Well, we get to keep attacking. Opponent goes with Resto. Alright. Resto resolves. Takes down our Court Husser. But we get to play another one. Man, Sun Titan is sweet. Also easily counterable. Ghost Quarter is also sweet. Pilgrim's Eye is fine. I guess we take Sun Titan and hope we get to a place where we can resolve it. We're not under much pressure, especially considering the Ghostly Prison. Make our opponent spend a lot of resources to attack. And that also taps them down so they can't leave up as many counterspells. Are they going to attack? Yup. And they pay the 2. That's fine. Drop down to 17. Relic exiles land. Ooh, Flicker Wisp. Alright, our opponent goes with Click. Clicks us. Probably takes Sun Titan, I guess. Unless they're just counting on us not drawing lands. Does take the Sun Titan. Well, in that case, I guess we attack first off. Is our opponent going to block? Opponent does block. Interesting. Well, then we will just Lone Missionary, gain some more life, pass the turn, leave up Path and Negate. Tech Edge. Alright, opponent keeps exiling with Relic. Down to 4 cards. Attacks. Pays 2. Alright, we can let it go. Save our Path for now. Tech Edge our Hallowed Fountain. Alright, we'll float a mana. And Path Resto. Well, we do want to draw some more lands now. That is for sure. Another Ghostly Prison. Well, we gotta wait on that, I think. Get in with our Lone Missionary. Pass the turn. Leave up our Negate. Bolts our Lone Missionary. Opponent's down to 3 cards. Keep ticking away our graveyard. Come on, land. We could really use a land. Ghost Quarter is land. Alright, so let's go with a Flicker Wisp. Flicker Wisp resetting our Mortar Pod. So our opponent got another burn spell. Bolts our Flicker Wisp. Alright. They are working their way through our creatures, but they're down to 3 cards. And Sun Titan is big, and we will get it eventually. Another Resto, sure. So they again have a clock. Down to 2 cards, though. I'm assuming we're going to start attacking with Resto. Yep, puts us down to 15. Still have a lot of good draws. Exiles another card. Path. Another Path. Path isn't bad. So I think we just Ghostly Prison here. So now if our opponent wants to keep tacking with Resto, they have to pay 4. Electrolyze us. Okay, down to 13. 2 cards in hand. And we'll get rid of Resto next turn at 10 life, which is fine. Yep, so we dropped to 10. Relic, exiles, Court Husser. Alright, so now we just Path Resto. So 2 Restos down. If they keep drawing Restos, that's bad for us. Tapped Hallowed Fountain, pass the turn. Alright, no Resto, so that's good. What do they draw now? Wall of Omens. That's just a redraw. Doesn't really do anything. Tech Edge. Our opponent continues Tech Edging. Exiles our Hallowed Fountain. Another Ghost Quarter. Back up to 6 mana. Pass the turn. Looks like our opponent's just going to pass. Alright, keeps activating Relic. There's an Emeria, but we're not too close to activating it at the moment. If they drew another Resto, we might be in trouble. Snapcaster Mage. I guess we'll likely... Okay, Electrolyze. That makes sense. I don't think we counter Electrolyze. Feels pretty bad. Alright, kill the Snapcaster. Opponent does get a redraw from Electrolyze. Keeps exiling. Another Plains. Well, we got all the mana we could possibly want, but... And our opponent drew the Resto. Ugh. Man. Opponent is running well, hitting the 3rd Resto. Right off the bat. This is a good matchup for us, too. But our opponent's just outrunning us. Can't do much about that. Another Relic. Yep. Well, we just ran extremely poorly this match. And another Plains. Well, that was fun.